The corruption trial of Ed Burke continued today. Jurors heard more recordings and testimony on alleged kickbacks surrounding the redevelopment of the old post office.
Dana Rebick covering the trial for us today. She's live at the Dirksen Federal Building with more. Dana?
And that was the main focus today, that old post office development, that building that sat in former Alderman Danny Solis's ward. He, as you know, wore a wire cooperating with the FBI. And today we heard some new recordings, including some with the developer of that post office building. One of the conversations from 2017 that we heard today was when Solis asked Ed Burke about a potential kickback if he could persuade the post office developer to hire Burke's property tax law firm. Solis saying, quote, "The last time we met, you got me thinking. My son is at Ignatius and I have a big mortgage. If there's any thought you have on that." Burke then said, "If you can tee him up, you can be our consultant." Solis asked that would be okay, no legal problems. Burke replying, "You're not going to get into any trouble and I'm not going to get into any trouble at this stage in the game." Burke also told Solis if he was making money that he should share the wealth and that he would figure out a way to be above board and legal. We saw FBI Special Agent Jen Abela taking the stand after lunch as more recordings were played where Solis and Ed Burke met with Harry Skydell, the developer of the old post office. Ed Burke telling Skydell he could help him with permits and delays with Amtrak, which were pushing that project back. Burke told Skydell that a high-level Amtrak executive was a longtime family friend of his, that he helped his daughter become a Cook County judge, and to put the concerns in the back of his mind. We also heard very late this afternoon from Ray Lang. He's the vice president of state-supported services for Amtrak. He read through some emails from Burke and other city officials asking about entry permits developers needed to access the post office property near Union Station, asking about the delays. Lang characterized the interaction between Burke and Skydell symbolic of old school, what he called corrupt Chicago politics. When he made that statement, Burke's attorney objected. Now, it is important to note here that Harry Skydell never did use Burke's property tax firm for that post office building, but he did later hire him for another one of his properties, which is the Sullivan Center. That is the old Carson Peary Scott at State and Madison. We'll have much more on today's proceedings coming up at 6. For now, live in the Dirksen Federal Courthouse, Dana Rebick, WGN News.